Welcome to episode 2. In episode 1, we identified the commercial decision Cumulus Lab needs to make. Now we turn the first of those decisions into a structure that sales and operation can browse and understand and maintain. This is product catalog management. It is the product system of record for the revenue lifecycle. The keyword is system. We are not just writing nicer product description. We are creating a structure that lets pricing, transaction, fulfillment, and billing can use without each term inventing its own product list. Today, we are going to build the catalog foundation. We do not make the product sellable yet. That happens only when we attach selling models and pricing in the next episode. At the end of this episode, you will be able to tell the difference between a catalog, a category, and a product. You will build a small category tree, create three simple commercial products, and assign them to the places where a sales user should find them. You will also know what we are deliberately not doing. A product selling model defines how something is sold. For example, one time, term defined, or evergreen. A list price defines the visible starting price. A pricing rule defines how the price changes. Those are separate commercial decisions. Putting a product in a category does not price it, and turning active on does not make it ready for every transaction. This boundary protects your design. Build the discovery model before you create a pricing logic. Here's the target design. Cumulus Labs Security Catalog is the top level browsing collection. Inside it, Cloud Security holds the platform offer and related add-ons. Platform subscription is where EdgeProtect platform appears. Security add-ons is where advanced threat analytic appears. Professional services is a second root category where implementation kickoff appear. This is intentionally small. A useful catalog has names that a seller can predict and a buyer can understand. Avoid a tree that mirrors internal accounting codes or an organization chart unless that is truly how your users look for products. Notice that advanced threat analytics lives in an add-on category. The category tells user where to find it. It does not by itself enforce that someone must buy EdgeProtect platform first. This is a product selection rule which we cover later. A catalog is a broad collection made available for browsing. A category is the navigational structure within that catalog. A product is the commercial definition of something the company can sell. A classification is a reusable template for similar products and their attributes. For Cumulus Labs, we need a catalog because the company has a coherent cloud security portfolio. We need categories because a seller should be able to find platform subscriptions, add-ons, and services quickly. We need products because each offering needs a stable name, code, description, selling model, and pricing record. We do not yet need a classification because three intentionally simple offerings do not prove a reusable template. We will introduce classification when repeated attributes create real duplication. Use the classification to reduce meaningful repeated data entry, not to make the design appear more advanced. The buyer sees a catalog, then categories, then products. The builder needs a different sequence. Agree on the commercial brief first, create the catalog, create the category structure, create the product records, then assign the product to categories. After that, attach selling models and price book data. Finally, synchronize and validate the runtime experience when the pricing design is complete. Salesforce requires that the product record exists before you can assign it to a category. That is why the lab creates the taxonomy, creates the product record, and then makes the assignment. The category tree gives us the right navigation context before we assign product, but it is not substitute for product records. Keep the distinction clear. A business design sequence can start with intended buyer journey, while a configuration sequence respect record dependency. Our three Cumulus Lab items are simple commercial product. A simple product is a standalone item with no child component. A bundle is a product hierarchy that groups product as one offer. Commercial products are offers the customers can see. Technical products support the fulfillment and are generally not customer facing. Do not model every related product as a bundle. EdgeProtect platform and advanced threat analytics are commercially related, but we have not decided whether the add-on is optional, required, or included by default. Prematurely creating a bundle would hide a business decision inside an early data structure. First decision or first design question is always, what is the customer actually buying? The second is, what dependency must the product configuration enforce? We will see in a later episode to answer the second question. For this particular lesson, each product record has a clear name, a unique product code, an active flag, a commercial record type, and a usable description. These fields make it understandable and maintainable. Names are for people, product codes are stable identifiers for integration, imports, reporting, and administration. Description helps sales user recognize the right offer. Active status tells the platform whether the product is generally available for use, but it does not bypass every other selling prerequisite. The descriptions are intentionally precise. For example, EdgeProtect is a 12-month subscription sold per protected endpoint. Threat Analytic is an optional add-on. Implementation kickoff is one time. That wording preserves the commercial rules that pricing and contracts must later represent. Attributes cover product characteristics. Classification organize reusable attributes and make repeated product creation consistent. They are valuable when many products share fields such as capacity, region, tier, service level, or configuration choice. For example, if Cumulus Lab later has 20 subscription plans with a common service tier, support level, and endpoint range, a subscription classification becomes useful. Today, we are deliberately recording the intended choice in the product description and product codes. We are not adding fields just because we can. The standard is simple. Use a reusable model only when it reduces real duplication and gives buyer or operator a clear experience. There are 5 guardrails to keep this catalog healthy. First, one owner owns a definition of each product. Second, a product code is unique and stable. Third, descriptions distinguish commercial intent, not internal project history. Fourth, categories serve discovery. They do not replace pricing, eligibility, or configuration rules. Fifth, changes follow an effective process rather than casual overrides. These rules become more important as catalog grows. A price book entry can be corrected. A product code or category strategy that is used across integration is much harder to unwind. Now let's open the product catalog in the Salesforce org. We'll go back to Salesforce. So over here, let's go to catalogs. Then we have, this is something that we have created beforehand, Cumulus Labs Security Catalog. In the related list, let's look at the categories. So we should see cloud security and professional. So over here, these are the two roots one. Under cloud security, we are seeing platform subscription and security add-ons. Then let's open platform subscription. And then in the related list, we are seeing the product Edge platform. Now let's look into this particular product. So the record type is commercial. It is active. The product code is following a pre-decided nomenclature. And also, to scroll down, it has a description. Now let's go back to presentation. So over here, let's look into the lab. So this is the lab that we got. So just to reiterate, in your org, you're going to create a catalog. Within that catalog, you will have categories, cloud security, professional services. And then within that, you will create product, EdgeProtect platform, advanced threat analytic, and then you're going to assign it to the categories. So over here, we are creating the catalog. Then we are creating the categories. Once we have created the categories, then we are going to create commercial product. So let's see products also. So over here, let's look at products. So this is a product. Make sure when you create a product, you give a product code, active, record type. So we're going to create product, and then we're going to assign product to categories. So the EdgePoint platform is assigned a category of platform subscription. Security add-ons is advanced threat analytics. So if we go back to catalog, we open platform subscription, we can assign a product from here to a particular category. And this particular category platform subscription parent is, if I edit it, cloud security. So cloud security is a root. And then we provide a sort order also. So that's how we create categories and then assign products to it. Before we close, recognize the deliberate gap. A category assignment makes a product discoverable. A product selling model says whether it is one-time, term-defined, or evergreen. A price book entry provides a list price for the appropriate selling model. Pricing data must be synchronized and the product catalog index rebuilt before the runtime experience can reflect the finished product. For Cumulus Labs, EdgeProtect needs a term-defined model. Implementation kickoff likely needs a one-time model. Advanced Threat Analytic needs a decision. Can it be one-time, term-defined, or only follow the platform term? We'll make that decision explicit rather than copy an arbitrary configuration pattern. Episode 3 is where catalog data becomes a commercial offer. You now have the browsing foundation for the Cumulus Labs offering. The catalog establishes the collection, categories guide discovery, products carry commercial identity, classification attributes are reusable tools for later when the product model needs them. We have intentionally stopped before pricing. Once you complete the lab, then we'll use the product categories created in the third episode.